Hello there, lovers. This video is a little hard for me to do. I had to cut myself a piece of humble pie real quick before I turned the camera on. Okay, so I had to tell you guys a little confession. In my previous video, How to Buy Sexy, I talked about Benoit balls. And I have wanted to get a pair for a long time, and I've gone shopping for them multiple times, okay? And everywhere that I go to buy them says the same shit that I told you guys.
So the balls you can just put up, and it's kind of a part of the journey. Like you put them inside, and then afterwards they go take a shower, and they naturally find their way. You know, what goes up must come down.
Don't get me wrong, when I did that video and said that line,
what goes up must come down,
I had used them once before, but like, put them in, take them right out, like a second. Like I didn't really go running with them. I just heard that's what you're supposed to do. Now, when I actually was like, you know what? I'm about to go for a jog. Let me just slip these bad boys on in and go take a jog and pop them out in the shower, have a good day, everything gonna be all right.
what goes up must come down.
The purpose of Benoit balls is it's supposed to be a struggle to keep them up. You're supposed to have to tighten to actually engage them or else they will fall out. I haven't had a baby yet. So this was not a problem. My vaginal canal ate this shit up like hot dogs to a homeless person. Then I went for said run, totally forgot the balls were even in. There was no struggle at all. There was no tensing of the muscles. I'm like, you know, sometimes you have those like dream workouts where you don't know you're working out, but you're actually working out and you're not, this is so simple. And next thing you know, you have a six pack. That's what I thought was happening in the vaginal wall. I got home and Rick, who you guys know from Poon and the Peen, was coming over because we were going to dormtainment. It was 2 of their birthday parties. Which 2? Cam and Jackie? Rome and Cam. He called me at 5 p.m. and was like, hey, I'm on my way. And I just got into my run. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go take a shower and we're gonna link up, come over. I get in the shower and I was like, all right, time to pop them out. That's peculiar. They're not sliding out like they're supposed to. Let me just try. I was in there doing Pilates, just stretching, like hunching, doing ab exercises, trying to push them out, trying to tie both the bitches out, and it wasn't working. Put my fingers inside to find where the balls were. They were pretty well up there. And it, honestly, your vaginal canal is not what you think. You think it's like a really neat noodle, like a straw, like a tunnel. It's more like a cave in there. Like there's crevices and stuff. Like at one point I thought the balls were like this, like side by side, so I couldn't even like get around them. And these are balls. They're not easy to like get, especially with claws. They're not easy to get a hold of. I'm a Harlem Globetrotter. That shit is just not coming down. And so I start to panic a little bit more. And luckily for me, I went to go see Melanie Fiona the night before. And if you guys don't know, she recently had a baby boy named Cameron. He's so cute, adorable, and awesome. Melanie was saying about labor, and she was talking about her own experience and saying a lot of women don't realize how hard pushing is because it's a yo-yo effect. When you push, you get a little progress, then you breathe in because you're human and that shit slips away. That's why you have to be that like, now my phone is ringing constantly because Rick is like downstairs buzzing. And so I did what any sane person would do, and I went and got coconut oil and a spoon.
Go take a shower, and what goes up must come down.
And so at this point, you're legitimately having a breakdown. You're like, is this my new vagina? Like, is this a part of the new package? Am I just going to have balls up there? And I guess, mind you, like I said, it's really not likely to get sucked up into the cervix, so it was staying, you know, in that space. But here's the problem: is the cervix is the neck of the uterus, and around the vaginal opening is also a very tight muscle. So you kind of have these 2 tight muscles, and then just like oozy, rubbery elasticity space in between, which doesn't make for fishing out balls. It was like a carnival game that I was meant to lose. All I could do was what, again, I had been advised to do about labor, is you squat like you're gonna take a poo. You squat in the perfect poo position and you push as if you are taking a poo. It's the same muscles. Luckily I was in the shower. Long story short, one of the balls came out at that point. you know, with the help of a finger, like I was the obstetrician, I guided that crown out with the help of a finger, and then with continuous pushing, I got one ball out. And that was the most disheartening process possible. That's when I really wanted to break down and bawl my eyes out, because after all that work, there was still one more to go. And you know that bitch wasn't like right next to it. That bitch was back at the top. So I had to start all over again. But knowing that I'd done it once, the second ball took a lot less out of me. You can let your imagination go where you want to go with that one. So I got the balls out, and I finally get to my phone, and I let Rick in. He was pissed, told the story. He laughed his ass off at me. And that was that. And I knew I had to make a video for you guys, because I just kept thinking about some 16-year-old girl thinking like, I'm gonna have a strong vagina, like Shannon Boodram said. And then popping these balls in and having a day like that, and I don't know, jumping off a bridge because you didn't know that this was gonna be part of the process and you felt something was wrong with you. No, and on top of that, I've seen all the Yoni egg, and the Yoni eggs, if you've seen them, are even larger. I've seen the Yoni egg videos where it says the same shit. Like, just the part of the journey of the Yoni egg is it descending down when it is ready. When you give way and you are truly at one with the Yoni, it will release itself. Okay, bitch, maybe, but I'm just not there yet. So go at your own pace. I told you guys last time, don't get the strings, get the damn strings. Now here's the thing though. My abs the next day were popping. I'm gonna say that. And on top of that, I did put the balls in after that. And now that I knew how to do the labor, it was not as hard. It took me like 7 minutes. So I'm gonna put some descriptions below. You can still use my Adam and Eve code if you want to different Benoit balls, some with strings, some that are larger, some that are smaller. I'll even put a Yoni egg link in there as well too if you guys are interested. I had to share this story with you guys because even experts aren't experts. And I messed up. I dropped the ball on that one, and I'm sorry for that misinformation that I gave.
What goes up must come down.
Truly. Not as sorry as my vagina was that day, but close to. You feel underappreciated, underloved, overworked, overprocessed, and you just need to connect back with you. My suggestion? Do the work that has to be done, and then put that work back on yourself. So how do you feel like a sexy woman in a very chaotic, stressful, constant on the go, unsexy ass world?